the ice, stagnation, stasis, that which does not live, that which does not die, hibernation, cold, darkness, fear. Isa is the third rune in the family of Hagal, or the kindred of Hagal. So it is one of the Norse runes. And as all the other runes, it was not only used for writing messages and so on, it also has a symbolic meaning. And in a series of videos, I will be talking about the runes and their symbolic meanings. Starting with this video here about the rune Isa. The ice. Now, let me see if we can get the fire started here. In many ways, Isa represents the absence of change. But also, and in most cases, change happens all around us, all of the time. So I would say that Isa represents the fear of change. And I will explain what I mean by that. This is going to be a message that some people will hate. Luckily for me, I'm not doing this to be popular or for the views. But I will say this. If you look around, the world is changing rapidly. And that has always been the case. People around us change. The world as a whole changes. And we change too. But that's scary. We, as human beings, we are afraid of what we don't know. So what we tend to do, especially if we get hurt, is to make rules. We make these little rules for ourselves. And we believe that as long as we follow those rules, we will not be hurt again. As long as we follow these rules, we will not be subject to painful change again. And of course, this that I'm talking about here, I think we all know what I'm talking about here. And in my years working as a therapist, I saw this all of the time with so many people. And they had made themselves some rules, lies, comfortable lies. And there is very little you can say, very little you can do to make them throw away those lies and to make them throw away those rules. And I would say that for women, they sort of wake up in their 40s. Men, they take another decade to wake up. And the harsh reality of life is that by then, for many people, or I would say most people, it's too late. So Isa is not a good thing. It's a destructive rune. It represents death. It represents the lack of positive things. It represents not moving forwards. I see people all around me with big blocks of ice around their feet. You have the kid who grew up having been told that he or she could never succeed in life. He or she doesn't really try. And you have the woman who got burnt, hurt, and who has now decided that she won't have any relationship anymore. And you have the guy who believes that in order to be happy, in order to move forwards in life, he needs to have that bigger house, that bigger car, and that bigger salary. And he doesn't realize that he's just doing the same all of the time. And nothing changes in his life. Then he gets old and he realizes that he wasted his life. It's the last day of March and the snow is back. Shouldn't be surprised, I live in Norway after all. And it serves as a reminder that the ice is always there in the background. It's never, well, you know, it will return. The ice will return, but we need to recognize the ice in our lives, and we must not allow ourselves to get stuck in that ice. We need change. You're not the same person now as the person you were 10 years ago, and you're not going to be the same person in 10 years that you are now. Not even in 1 year from now. Allow yourself to change. Allow yourself happiness and warmth. Don't be afraid of that change. Don't get stuck in that ice.